It's another exciting day here in Shanghai, China, as we get set for the Kia World Extreme Games. The stadium is starting to fill up once again. Day 3 of our competition of thousands and thousands of people have come on hand to watch, and they have experienced fun out there on the grounds and also great fun watching the Kia World Extreme Games here in Shanghai, China. But now we move over to the vert ramp, a great competition getting ready to get underway, the Skateboard Vert final. We'll take a look at the rules of this contest. They're pretty simple. 10 athletes, they get 5 runs each, 30 seconds. If you fall, you're done. The highest score wins. So it could go down to the final rider, and the final rider today will be Andy MacDonald as he qualifies first. The wind is gusting a little bit, but you know what? It will not affect these professionals because this is what they do for a living. There's a good look at the 10 that advance into the final. And it's going to be fun one to watch. Danny Mayer, who skated really good at the 9th position. And of course, Pierre-Luc Gagnon, who called the mega ramp with me yesterday, will be competing with that sore knee. It should be a lot of fun. Hello everyone, I'm Paul Higgins, along with Ryan Clements. And Ryan, we're in store for a good one. How about this young man?
Oh yeah, I'm feeling him. I've never seen this kid in person before. Ripping, starting out with a slob air. And look at that. Second wall. He surprised us yesterday in the qualifiers.
Only 14 years old.
Little ripper. Great style, too. Great style. Looks good on a skateboard.
No doubt about it. Out of Japan. Horigome, 14, Shibita. Moto Shibita will drop in. He is 17 years old. So the first 3 skaters are 14 years old, 17 years old, and then Jimmy Wilkins from the United States is 19 years old.
I was talking to the judges earlier, and they told me that that moto here, just in a year's time, has progressed so much. They said he's really come into his own. And he's got a great style. He looks good on a skateboard. He goes high, throws some big method airs. Might get to see one right. Nope. Kickflip Indy.
You and I called the street competition today. This is a lot different, of course, inside the pipe, but the judges kind of look at it the same. Creativity, style, difficulty of tricks, using the entire ramp, using the channel. Use whatever you can to get the highest score.
You got it right there. You got it. He ended that with a sugar cane right there. Super hard trick, real technical lip trick. And, you know, yeah, you're right. It's creativity. People, you know, you don't want to see the same thing over and over again. Yeah. You want to see a little bit of diversity out there.
So Moto Shibita will wait for his score. Jimmy Wilkins, 19 years old.
So talk about style. First 3 guys right here, most stylish dudes out. This guy, I haven't seen Jimmy in a few years, and I saw him yesterday for the first time or the other day in practice. Like, who is this? Who is this again? Jimmy is ripping, looking so good on a skateboard. Giant kickflip melon. Indy 540, flying across the ramp with a stale fish. He kills it.
And Ryan, you know, this is something that the vert ramp, these guys can skate for 20 plus years.
Oh yeah, you can have a really long career in vert skateboarding, you got it.
Shibata with a 79 even. Jimmy Wilkins on the ramp right now. He's got 30 seconds.
He does frontside ollies almost better than anybody out right now.
Well, we'll see how the judges like that score. It gives a good smile to all you folks at home, the fans of skateboarding. Nolan Monroe. Nolan is 20 years old out of the United States, so a good international field represented by Japan, USA, Canada, Brazil, and a lot of Americans in this one.
You got it. Nolan from the Northeast. I think he's out of like Massachusetts area. And you know, Nolan, it's funny, I forget he's only 20. Been seeing him around for years. He's a little guy skating Tampa Am. He's probably 14 or 15 when I first met him.
That's amazing. And again, you're watching the Kia World Extreme Games here in Shanghai, China. I'm Paul Higgins, along with Ryan Clements, who travels the world on a skateboard and also does a lot of fun things in the sport to progress the sport. And Monroe goes down, and of course, your first run's always you're difficult to get that cobwebs out.
Yeah, they get 5, so he was interesting. He was having trouble with the 540s on the Mini Mega last night, if you remember.
That's right.
Couldn't land one.
This guy, do you know who this guy is, this PLG guy?
I've never seen this guy before. PLG, Pierre-Luc Gagnon. Great to see him out here in the finals. And as we mentioned earlier, a bit of a knee injury.
Right.
He's got something's up. He told me he got an MRI before he came out here, and the doctor said nothing's wrong, but he just isn't feeling right.
You know, it's really weird. He gave me in great detail about the knee, and he said the other day, after skating, he started to get up, and he couldn't get up. He had to wait for like 5 minutes to the knee to unlock.
Wow. Of all things to fall on right there, the krill slide, one of the easier tricks for Pierre. That's a tough break.
So Pierre, of course, joined us on the mega ramp. He is defending gold medalist on that. He called that with us yesterday. I'm glad you're here with us today, Ryan.
Yeah.
This is a lot of fun. I love this guy, and want to make sure that we say his name, Ronaldo Gomes. He was referred to as Gomez yesterday. Apologize for that, but Ronaldo Gomes is on the ramp, just lighting it up.
Huge on a tail grab 540. Yesterday, he did that in qualifiers the day before, and he rolled into the bottom of the channel. Super sketchy.
And he is using the entire ramp. Judges love to see that, like every trick that he can do. And Ryan, you got to love this run so far.
He's back to back. The tail grab 360 super hard, and the frontside gate twist. He rips, man. He's a good skater.
Falls at the very end. They have 30 seconds in the pipe. Want to use the entire 30 seconds. If you fall, you get right back out of the pipe and go to the top because your run is done. But again, you get 4 runs total. And pardon me, 5 runs total. My mistake, 5 runs. I get all these things that I'm doing here confused a little bit.
Hey, it can get confusing, you know? And the formats change, things change, you know, real quickly sometimes when you got to make adjustments.
Marcelo Bastos will get in. And I really like, you talking about style of the first 3 guys. You know, Yuto, Moto, and Jimmy. I like his style as well.
Yeah, and he rips too. His bag of tricks is huge, man. He's a really, really good skater. Straight out of Brazil.
Tail grab 540 there.
Heel flip front side.
Judges want to see you get on that channel and use it a little bit, right? I mean, you want to do whatever you can.
Yeah, for sure. You just want to use every part of the ramp. Since it's there, you may as well use it. And that little bell over the channel, it's good to see guys do stuff on that. Nollie tail grab fakie. Starts with a, or ends with a gate twist tail grab. Man,
good run.
Rip and run.
For Marcelo, that could be the best run so far. Bastos, he is out of Brazil, 26 years old. And now Italo Penarubia will drop in. We'll see all top 10 that made it into the final, and then we'll go right back up to the top for Oregon. But right now it's Penarubia.
Yeah, 3 Brazilians in a row right here.
Yeah,
you got it.
Good stuff from Brazil. Great skate scene down there.
Speaking of names that are hard to say, Italo Penarubia, that's a tough one. First one I ever had to say that, I was like, ah. That one, once I got it though, I never forgot it. Nice Madonna, lofty backside air. Italo rips, and he can surprise you with some tricks here and there. Kickflip alley-oop mute, traveling the whole ramp. Nice backside 540, grabbing in front of the foot, making it look a little more stylish.
Well, he's just got an aggressive style, as you talked about it. Judges looking at everything he's doing, following at the very end, just had a couple seconds left.
Going for the fakey nose grind, and he does it all day long. So he fell on that. Pierre-Luc fell on the crail slide. These guys are falling on tricks they can do every time.
And as we thought, Bastos did get the highest score so far. Penarubia had a good run before he falls at the end on a trick that Ryan says he will make next time. And this is Danny Mayer. And we got a lot of action yesterday with Danny Mayer on the mini mega ramp. But boy, he shows his versatility right here inside the pipe.
Kickflip Indy, Danny Mayer, veteran, been around for a long time. Kickflip alley-oop mute over the channel, which is a long way to go.
It's as hard to say as it is to do, right?
Yeah, probably harder to do, I can tell you that much.
Danny Mayer.
Now, a couple tricks ago, he did the backside air 360 coming down backwards, or fakie, and that right there is super hard. Varial backside 360.
And the thing that, you know, you say, you know it right away. That's super hard, Paul.
Yeah.
People at home have no idea unless they go out there and try it. You know, I took a couple guests here today from China up on all the ramps, and they're like, we had no idea it was this crazy.
Yeah,
you know?
You got it. I know. Isn't it so interesting with skateboarding? It's like, you don't know until you know. Then you're like, well, it blows you away the first time.
Right.
I see that happen all the time. My friends that don't skate find out what I do for a living, then I'm around this, and they're like, what? This is crazy. I didn't even know about this.
And that roll-in is pretty daunting, but for Andy McDonald, it's nothing. Defending gold medals here in Shanghai. He's won more medals here than anybody else. And he shows you why Mr. Consistent.
Oh, yeah, always dependable. You need someone to rip a contest, you invite Andy. It's always going to happen. He's out here with his wife. They're taking a nice vacation while they're here as well.
Danny Mayer got an 82.67, huge.
720.
Andy McDonald giving up a 720.
Lean rodeo. This is Andy's line right here at Nollie, frontside disaster. Nice way to end it. Perfect run. Andy killing it.
Great showman, Andy McDonald is, and very interested in all aspects of skateboarding because I also, you know, he goes over and watches the street competition. He was taking pictures there today.
He's so into it. He's a skate nerd. You know, that's how I refer to myself. You know, you're just into it. You want to know about it. You want to talk about it. You want to talk about tricks and the judging and the contests and read the magazines, watch the videos. Andy's the same way. And
he's been doing it a long time. Andy McDonald. Can't believe I met him like 20 years ago.
Yeah, I bet, right?
It's crazy. Andy McDonald should be the leader after this run that he just had.
I think you're dead on with that one.
Danny Mayer had an 82.67, and Andy, actually, check it out. Marcelo got an 86, Andy McDonald an 83. So how about that?
That's what we were talking about earlier. Judges, they're judging, and they are looking at and they're using their own opinions on what they think is better. And hey, that's how it scored out. Falls on the same trick again. I don't know what's going on here.
He'll come back and get it. He has 2 more runs to go for the young 14-year-old. Can you believe that? 14 years old and he's a vert final.
I'm a fan of the little guy. I'm digging him.
There's a couple other ones coming out of the United States doing pretty good too, right?
Yeah, you got it. Yeah, there's some vert guys nipping on the heels of the older vert guys. There's some young ones out there. We got Moto rolling in right now.
Shibata with a score of 79 as he drops in on his second run.
There's that method air.
You know, as we talked about in skateboarding on the street, the butterfly's gone, or are they still there?
Oh, I think they're in contest zone now. Okay. You know, like they drop in, they're gone. And you know, I say the contest I've skated, not that I've ever skated on a pro level, but just for fun, you're nervous no matter what level you're on. But once you drop in, you're just in the zone and you're just going. Yeah. You're just going, you know, you're just skating.
So, you know, we see some of the skaters, as we have in the past, they do tricks close to the coping. The really good ones that win contests do them outside the coping 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 feet away from the coping. That's the difference with some of these guys.
Yeah. Or that last trick that Moto just did, that's a super hard trick that he did on the coping on purpose. Yep. So, you know, that you can do that as well. There's a way to mix it up. Yep. And it's a great way to end a run, I think. You know, you do a bunch of airs, you do spins, you do varials and kickflips. At the end, you do a hard lip trick. It's a nice diversified run.
Talked about Ryan and his beautiful style, varial right there.
Dude, Jimmy's kickflip backside airs right there are just so amazing. Indy 540, blasting. I'm such a fan of this kid.
How does he make it look so smooth? Lands way high up in the transition, doesn't slow down a beat.
He really does, man. That's a super hard trick. Kickflip lean melon, that's what that's called. I want to see him put his run together. He'll do really well. He's a top 5 guy for sure.
And he's got his game face on. You can tell whenever you see a guy hustle back and go up those stairs. Jimmy Wilkins, 82.33. I bet you he'll improve on that score. We get in for Monroe. He did not finish his first run. He fell. So he has an 18.33.
So you see Jimmy's not even getting through a full run and he's still in the 80s.
Wow.
You know? So the judges are really feeling him.
So Wilkins with an 82.33.
Nolan with a proper McTwist, getting upside down, tail sliding on the bell right after it. He does great 540s. That's why we call it his McTwists, because he's flipping them.
Pierre-Luc Gagnon getting ready to go. He's on deck. He has a 56. That will certainly change in this competition.
I was feeling that 360 lean air he did, and that backside air disaster was good too. Nolan's getting a little lost out there. Ended with a backside tail slide. Not his best run, but he stayed on and finished.
He certainly did, so he'll improve on the score. Sometimes, as you say, just get one underneath your belt, feel good about yourself, and then go out and try and kill it.
And then go for it. Absolutely right.
Pierre PLG with a 56.67, originally coming out of Canada. The last 13 years, been living in the States, in Carlsbad, California. Has his own ramp with Monster. And we were talking about it yesterday on the skateboard mini mega ramp. Not too many of those big ramps around. Only other one really big like that is in Pennsylvania, Camp Woodward. But Pierre dropping in here, and already Ryan keeping it technical.
Yeah, Pierre's been in the game for a long, long time. Everything he does, all the flip tricks that he does, he makes them look so easy, but each one's super difficult. Like that right there, nollie heel indie grab. And he does them back to back too. There's a cradle slide he fell on in his first run. Not this time.
Ryan, how about it? Just perfect weather right now for skateboarding here in Shanghai, China. A little bit of a wind. That's not really affecting them all. The lights are starting to settle in. This is heating up to be a great competition.
What an awesome ending for the day right here, right?
Yep, absolutely. So Pierre could very well have the highest score, but we'll see, because we thought that a couple times already. But the judges have their own take.
You know, when you're announcing a contest, it's so different than as a judge. So, you know, I announce and I'm just talking about it, I'm excited about it. When I'm a judge, I'm analyzing it and really, really breaking it down and writing the tricks down and kind of going back. And then you have to look at what you gave the other guys, too. You don't want to mess up in that way, you know?
Pierre gets an 84.33.
Well, they're feeling it. Huge 540 for Ronnie. And another one, back-to-back tail grab 5 right there into a frontside air tail grab.
You know, what's interesting is Gomes is up on the ramp. Where Pierre qualified, he just wanted to qualify in the contest. Normally, he qualifies like 1, 2, or 3.
Oh, yeah.
So in the middle of the pack, Ryan, he could really make a statement and run 3 and 4.
Yes, yes. You got that right. Wow. Nollie heel into the fakie. Ronnie putting it together.
And he falls at the end, but it was after the buzzer.
Yeah, he's timing that out. He's trying to get that trick in.
Yep.
It's the switch frontside air heel flip, or switch heel flip frontside air. He's trying to get that in.
And just seconds off, just like
Marcelo in the lead with an 86.
That's right. He is your current leader right now. And Marcelo skating really solid. You can see the wind going through his shirt, so it's a little gusty, but these guys, they know how to deal with all types of conditions.
They do. They'll let you know about it later. They'll be like, oh man, that was harder. But right now they're in, hey, what are they going to do?
Right.
There's no choice. You're skating.
Everyone's playing on the same field.
You got it. Yeah, that's one thing right about it. You can complain, you can say something about it, but everyone has to deal with the same elements.
That's right. Just great style with Marcelo.
Yeah, huge kickflip into fakie.
Boy, 30 seconds of solid skateboarding again for this young man. I jinxed him at the end. Wow.
Paul, I think that one was your fault.
I'll take the mulligan on that one.
Going for a nollie heel frontside.
Will a run in the 90s, will it be a run in the 90s that have to win this contest, or do you think we'll get a winning run in the high 80s that can take it?
I think that now that Pierre has one in the bag, and Marcelo as well, you're going to see him try harder tricks. So it's definitely, I think you're going to see something in the 90s, yes.
Then Arubia drops in, again, scaling the entire ramp.
Nice Madonna. He always throws those lip tricks in the beginning, started with a frontside 5-0 and then a back Smith.
And sometimes the judges have to put blinders on because they've seen him so many times before. You know, this is a new contest. It's a different contest than yesterday.
Yes.
It's a different contest that might take place 2 weeks from now. You got to judge him for this run.
Yeah, right then and there, and that's it. Yeah, you have to. You got to remember to not judge practice too. You were watching. We've been watching this all day, and we're sitting here commenting on it. You know, when we're not even on air. But you have to remember, you're only judging him for that 30 seconds, and that's it.
Penarubia with a 74.67. Now Mayer has an 82.67. This is his second run. Danny Mayer qualified in the second spot. Annie McDonald on deck. He will go next. And then after Annie McDonald, we'll show you a breakdown of how the top 10 is lining up.
Kickflip Indy. Now I like that one right there. The alley-oop kickflip mute over the giant channel. Danny putting together a nice run.
And Ryan, when you say alley-oop, you're actually traveling backwards.
Yeah, you're going the wrong way.
Yeah. So Mayer with an 82.67. What do you think about this run? Better than his other run?
I think he's going to improve it. Yeah. There's that 360 varial, backside 360. That's a tough one. So, you know, some of these tricks have names, like the Madonna. It's easy to say, but some of the tricks don't, and you have to actually list out what each one is as they make a combination.
So Danny Mayer, we'll see what he comes up with on his score as Andy McDonald gets ready to drop in. And he's got his game face on. He's like, okay, I got an 83.
Always. Andy's always prepared.
Yeah.
You know this.
Here he goes. Will he do the same run, do you think, Ryan?
No, he'll switch it up a little bit. Not much. There you go.
There you
go. Kickflip, backside 540. That is so difficult. That is so hard, and he makes it look really easy.
He's got his flip tricks down to a science.
Yeah, back-to-back. Kickflip mute right there. A mute air to fake. He's going for the 720.
So if you're judging at home, this is a better run. Could be the best run of the contest so far.
He is ripping. Lean rodeo, nollie disaster. Timed out to the second for Andy McDonald right there. So yeah, his score is going to improve. It can't not, because he did a better run.
39 years old out of the United States of America, Andy McDonald, your defending champion here in Shanghai, China.
Andy is true veteran, true professional, been in the game for a long, long time, still making it happen. He just had his Grind for Life event last week called Clash of Claremont. They raised like $20,000 for cancer.
That is awesome.
Fight against cancer, yeah, really good thing. Really good thing they do.
So Andy McDonald leading right now with an 87.67. You knew he was going to vault up just ahead of Marcelo Bastos from Brazil with an 86. And Pierre-Luc, PLG from Canada, check out where he is, 84.33. That's all going to change. 2 more heats to go. Stay with us at the World Extreme Games here in Shanghai, China. Hello everybody and welcome back to Shanghai, China for the Kia World Extreme Games. How about some Kia moments of the day? Andy McDonald really throwing it down. Our 10 skateboarders that made it into the final, making it an exciting final. Andy McDonald just getting an 87.67, 39 years old out of San Diego, California. Hi everybody and welcome back to the Skateboard Vert final, getting set for run number 3 here in Shanghai, China. I'm Paul Higgins along with Ryan Clements, and this is a young man that's only 14 years old. Oregon looking for his first really official score, trying the flip trick right here. I know he's decided to pass on it.
I hope he gets past
there
this one.
There it is.
Kickflip Indy. He got it. He starts with the Slav air, then the kickflip Indy. He's on a roll now, right into a McTwist. And I'd like to see him put a run together. He made it into the finals, and I was surprised that he did. He's a little guy, and he doesn't go super high. Right there, amazing. 540 ollie.
And he compresses down there in the flat bottom to hold on. He could finish off, just finishes off at the very end before the buzzer.
He's psyched though. He's really psyched.
Really cool.
Yeah. I'm happy for him in that run, and he's an awesome little guy.
Oh man, I got the chills watching him at 14 years old. How cool is that? He's got a long, long career if he wants to in the world of skateboarding. Shibata, another young man out of Japan, 17 years old.
Starting out with a big method into a one-footed Japan air.
And Horigome gets a 68.33. Shibata with a 79, trying to break the 80 barrier.
Heel flip frontside air, travel on the ramp.
And you can see just a couple years difference, 3 years difference, how much bigger he is as opposed to Horigome, how much more power he brings. Can't imagine what the young man is going to be, the 14-year-old that we just saw in a couple years.
Yeah, you got it. Shibata grew, I think, a foot in the last year.
Wow.
He ended with a backside sugar cane right there. Super hard trick. Great way to end the run. I know the judges are feeling it.
So we'll see what Shibata gets on that as we give way to Jimmy Wilkins, who you and I were just discussing through the break. You said, you know, Paul, candidly, I'm going to call you. You know, you said he's got a style that's like street skating that's going to keep Vert cool for a long time to come.
I think so, man. I think he could save it, you know? That's the way I look at it. He keeps it going. I'm just a fan of the way this guy skates, and he looks really good on a skateboard. It seems like he's like more spontaneous or something. I don't know what it is, but there's something about him that just looks really, really good on a vert ramp. He reminds me of this, you know, Alex Perelson. He reminds me of him.
That's right,
you know? Yeah, we don't get to see as much as I would like to.
Yep, he was in this competition in Shanghai a few times. Monroe drops in with a 78.67. Unfortunately, this is what I'm talking about. If you fall, you're done. You got to go back up.
Scared himself on that one, I think.
So Pierre-Luc will come out, and Pierre-Luc has an 84.33. Qualifying in the middle of the pack, has that sore knee that Ryan told you about.
Yeah, I think Pierre's going to try to step it up on this run. We know how he does it. That's the way he handles it. And we'll see what he has right here. He's dropping in.
Pierre-Luc, he is a skate machine.
Wow. Switch frontside heel flip 360.
You know, when you don't think he's going to make a trick, he somehow does.
Yeah, I know. It's like clockwork for him. Nice nose grind over the bell. Nollie heel flip Indy. Trail slide back over. He's putting it down.
Judges looking at it again, and we talk about a creativity, style, difficulty of tricks. Is he using the entire ramp? And absolutely PLG is. He finishes strong.
Yeah, those two tricks right there, the 270 to switch feeble and the Nollie Hill Indy 360 to end it. I mean, super, super hard.
And if you don't think Pierre wants to end up on the podium, you're quite mistaken. He wants to win this thing.
He's a competitor.
He is a competitor.
He knows exactly what he has to do.
Because Paul, if I get in the top 5 and I'm not winning it, I'm extraordinarily upset, you know, because I want to win. You know, Gomes drops in with a 78. Pierre gets an 88.67.
Wow. New leader then, right?
No, we've got Andy Mack with an 87.67, so just behind Andy Mack.
Oh, no, there you go. There you go.
Oh, 88.67, there you go, pardon me. Yeah, he did jump in the lead.
Look at that. Pierre-Luc, the one to beat now. Ronnie putting it together.
Gomes throwing it down. This should be better than that 78.
Can't get his hand on that switch heel flip frontside grab that he's going for.
So Pierre-Luc is our new leader at 88.67. Andy McDonald has an 87.67. Bastos is going to go. He has an even 86. So you see how things are starting to shape up here in run number 3 with 2 more runs to go.
You got it. It's getting a little chilly out here.
Yeah, the wind's blowing.
Yeah, the wind is blowing. You can tell from Marcelo's shirt right there. About to roll in from up on the extension. Start with a lot of speed. And here we go.
Huge frontside air to start it off from Marcelo.
Got it. Tail grab 540. Straight out of Brazil, all the way to Shanghai.
Oh, you mentioned he started to go up and then he fell, couldn't grab that board coming down.
He's going for Indy 720 is what he's going for right there. He knows he has to step it up if he's gonna improve that score. That's what he has to do.
And again, when you're talking about an Indy, it's the placement of your hand on the board. It's pretty much towards the back of the board by the right wheel, by your right foot if you're regular stance.
Backhand on that one.
Bastos will get a 25, so he'll hold on to that 86. Penarubia, though, another guy that hopes to break the 80 mark. Does he have it in him to break an 80?
Yeah, I think he can. Like I was mentioning earlier, you know, he will surprise you with a couple tricks. You're like, oh yeah, he does have that one that he might not do all the time. So we'll see. Nice 540, grabbing in front of the foot, and then a melon 540 right after that, grab behind the foot. After that crawl slide, he kind of lost some momentum. 2 setup errors, that's not going to do it. I don't even know if he's going to improve the other score, but a solid run nonetheless.
Penarubia with a 74.67 going into that. Ryan talks about a setup error. Basically, if you hit one wall, you don't do a trick, you're setting up for another trick on the other wall.
When you do it back-to-back, it means something's going wrong. It means you're not getting it together.
Danny Mayer. He has an 82.67, his best of the day. And then you look at the likes of Andy and Danny, they do a trick on every wall just about.
Yeah, you know, they got it dialed like that, you know. It's flip, spin, and they got it, you know. Danny's a veteran, been doing it for a long time. That's a super hard trick right there, backside 360. And then he's going to go, you know Danny's run, he does the same thing. 360 varial, then he does a 360 aerial, backside 360. That's really, really hard. We have a couple judges on the panel that are vert skaters, and every time he does that, they're just like, what?
Right. Neil Hendricks is one of those judges, and he does a great job. Andy McDonald getting ready to go. He has an 87.67. He is just behind our leader, Pierre-Luc Gagnon. Pierre has an 88.67, but that could all change with this guy.
It certainly could. Andy's going to really have to step it up, though. I don't know what else he can do besides what he did in his last run, so we're going to see right here.
Right, here we go, Andy McDonald. And again, his first run was an 83.33, and wow, you don't see that happen very often.
No, that was a trick he landed in his last run, the kickflip 540, backside grab. Didn't get a hold of it this time.
So we have 3 runs in the book, and Andy McDonald will go back up to the top, to the stairs. And this is how it looks right now as we get ready for run number 4, Skateboard Vert final. Pierre-Luc Gagnon with an 88.67, Andy Mack with an 87.67, and Marcelo Bastos with an 86. So check out how tight they are in the top 3. And you love Jimmy's style. And this young man, this 14-year-old Yuto, had a great run to get a 68.31, his second run that he comes away with a winner on that. And he completes the entire run, kickflip Indy, he made it.
He did. You know, seeing him skate yesterday, I didn't think he was going to put it together to make it into the finals, but it's great to see him here. Switch frontside air.
The progression of this young man, I mean, someday there could be a trick named after him. Oh!
That 540 ollie is really, really good. It's not like it looks amazing. It's not even little kid style. It is really, really good.
Did you notice he didn't use any hands?
Yeah, right? That Pierre is psyched on him. How could you not be? Pierre's stoked. That's cool.
That is great.
Camaraderie.
Well, not too long ago, that was Pierre.
Yeah, I know. Used to see Pierre roll to Tampa with his dad when he was a kid.
That's right.
Roll around with his dad.
Didn't speak an ounce of English?
No, not a bit. And his dad was always very supportive, super cool.
And what's really cool about what's happening with Yuto Horigome is he's increased his score every time. He just got a 72.67. Shibita falls, so he'll hold on to that 79.33. Wilkins is our next skater. Jimmy Wilkins, he fell on his last run, and we hope to see him skate the entire 30 because he, as Ryan talked about, has one of those fluid styles.
Yeah, it's been a few people over the weekend were comparing it to Chris Miller, veteran skateboarder and legendary guy in general. You know, it's a good comparison right here. And I've seen others talk about his frontside ollies and say they could be the best ever.
Same spot.
You know, when you go for it like that, that's going to happen sometimes. You know, you're going to lose track of your board and, you know, get away from you.
Jimmy's got 2 more runs to go. And Nolan Monroe, he's still looking to get in the high 80s, but he's at a pretty decent score of 82.33 right now, in which he landed all his tricks on his last run.
Nolan's in.
Ryan, have you skated this ramp?
No. I don't even skate for ramps.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, no, not at all. That's hard. It's hard. It takes a lot of effort. It's scary.
Yeah.
You know, you have to skate it all the time to not be scared.
And whoa, that was nice.
Kicking a foot off on the in the air. You don't see that too often. 360 frontside nose grab or lean 360. Backside air disaster.
Monroe avoided disaster just moments ago. He leaned back a little too far and was able to pull out of it. That should be better than that 78.67. That's a decent run.
It's going to be close.
Yeah.
Going to be close.
Again, he's only 20 years old. Pierre-Luc Gagnon, 88.67.
Now, I think Pierre, I want to see if he throws something else into this. I'd like to see if he can take it up to the next level. 360 flip, mute grab to fakie, straight into the switch heel flip, frontside 360. Those 3 tricks back to back, that is so gnarly and so hard. But there you go, taking a fall.
That's what he just said. Hey, current leader. He says, I got 1 more. Actually, Pierre, you got 2 more. You got 2 more runs, buddy. You're in the lead right now. Gomes, Ronaldo Gomes, he had a 75.33 and then an 84.33. Ronaldo, 21 years old, out of Brazil.
You know, you commented, asked if I ride this ramp. I haven't, but I hear the comments on it. The guys say it's perfect. They love it.
Really?
Yeah. They like the ramp a lot.
That's good to know. And they're skating like they like it too.
Yes.
And you know, for a mobile ramp that you got to put together and take down, that says a lot.
Yeah, I think this is the one they keep at Woodward, Beijing.
Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I think that's what I heard.
That's one thing that we got to mention, the ramp builders here. They do a wonderful job.
Yeah, you got it. Whoa, he didn't mean to do that, but he did it. There you go. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Nice to see that. He didn't mean to land in the middle of that channel, I don't think, but I think it was a switch heel flip frontside air. Was it kind of zoning out on that one at the end because we were talking about the ramp. But Ronaldo is psyched.
Well, how about it? You know, you compare that reaction to the reaction he had about 3 minutes ago when he fell in his last run.
Yeah.
World of difference.
Yeah, he's stoked.
And he got an 86. So he upped his score to an 86. Now Marcelo Bastos, he had the highest score there for a little while at 86. Actually, Gomes still waiting for his score. Pardon me, it was an 85.
Yep. Kickflip Indy getting away from Marcelo. He's like, what? Hey, could be a little bit of a win factor up there. You flip the board, it's going to happen. But like you mentioned earlier, Paul, everyone's dealing with the same element.
Yeah. So Ronaldo Gomes got an 85, Bastos with an 86. He'll hold on to that. Penarubia trying to break the 80 barrier as well.
My favorite name of the contest, Italo Penarubia. I just like to say, can I say it? Italo Penarubia. Yeah. I like saying it, you know?
Cool name. From a cool part of the world, too. Brazil.
Oh, yeah. I just saw him down there a couple months ago when I was there.
22 years old. Again, he's got a good style to him.
He does.
It's
he
that
does.
flair of the Brazilians.
And you know what? And he's powerful, too.
Yeah.
Skates in charge. Kickflip Indy.
And so much of the skateboarding on vert ramp does come from the power within your legs and your thighs. I mean, these guys have, you know, they're not wimpy guys.
No, and you know, it's interesting. You can tell the different styles. Some guys have to push and pump, while other guys, it just kind of happens.
It just rolls out.
Kind of happens, yeah. You can see the guy. You'll see it, and now that I mention it, you know, the arms. Like some guys give it the push, some don't have to.
Yep.
Because they have it a little more naturally.
Penarubia looking for yet another solid run. You got 2 more to go. And Danny Mara with an 82.67.
Italo getting below a 60 on that last run. Didn't work out for him. We got Danny Mare dropping in. Handling it. Kickflip alley-oop mute grab over
huge.
The channel. He's got it every time. The backside 540. This is Danny's run. Always a fan of the backside 360. We know we got 360 varial right here. And he's going to go all the way around with it right there.
And he
nailing it.
Yeah.
One of the hardest tricks done all day right there. Ah.
At the end, Danny Mare. Yeah. Crowd loving it here in Shanghai, China. His 4th run is in the books. They have 5 total, so they get 1 more run. So Andy McDonald here, he finishes up our 10th skater in heat number 4, we can call it, run number 4. Andy Mack, 87.67.
Let's see, he's gonna. We know he's gonna go for this kickflip McTwist. He has to do it and add something else in if he's gonna beat his current score and catch up to Pierre.
He won a gold medal on the skateboard mini mega ramp.
There it is, right there. Kickflip 540, backside grab, straight into the other 540, and then Smith grind over the bell.
Andy McDonald, Mr. Consistent, putting it down. You can see how he's using the entire ramp, tricking on every wall.
720.
Andy Mack's time winding down. Ryan falls at the end.
Going for a varial with that lean rodeo. That's a crazy one.
Wow.
That is a crowd. I haven't seen him do that. Sure he has, but that was nuts.
So he's trying to overcome an 88.67.
Wow.
And that's going to be interesting how they judge it.
It's going to be close, you know. It's going to be real close. If he can land that last trick on his next run, we'll see. We'll see what the judges give him.
So 4 runs are in the book. Andy McDonald was chasing Pierre-Luc on that last run. Pierre-Luc was in the lead, and we'll break it down on how the judges take a look at the scoring after 4 runs. Here it is. Pierre still in the lead with an 88.67. Andy Mack, 87.67. And then Marcelo Bastos from Brazil with an 86. That's a look at the top 10 on how they sit right now. We have run number 5, the 5th and final run of the competition here on the Skateboard Vert ramp. That is coming your way. We'll be back with much more from Shanghai, China, as memories are being made on every single wall here on the Vert ramp. Hello everybody and welcome back to the Skateboard Vert final run number 5. The final 10 runs coming your way here on that vert ramp. It's been a spectacular competition so far. Good crowd on hand here in Shanghai, China for a final event of our week here at the Kia World Extreme Games. A lot of memorable action and still to come, 10 more runs. And it's going to be fun because we have the likes of a great conclusion coming your way. It's Pierre-Luc Gagnon right now, the leader. But Marcelo Bastos can take it. Andy Mack can take it. just about anyone up there on the ramp, all they need to do is have one solid run.
Yeah, best run counts, Paul, so that's how it can break down right there. They're not averaged together. It's just the single best run.
And get used to seeing this young man's face, because if you're in the world of skateboarding, you keep track of it. He's going to be skating a long time. Yuta Horigome, he has improved every time on the vert ramp. His last score was a 72.67, and he's got it together again.
Body varial 5 right there. I noticed he didn't do the kickflip Indy before that. I think he lost track of what he was going to do right there. You know, he just, but he's got to be psyched. He put that one good run together and made it to the finals, and a little ripper.
Well, his moment of the day, to me, the key moment of the day for him was when Pierre-Luc lifted him up.
There you go.
There's a sign of, hey, you're welcome to the club, boy.
Yep.
Shibata drops in. Moto Shibata, great name as well. 79.33. He's really good on a skateboard.
Yeah, he's got a good style as well, especially for a young guy. But it's like, the style thing's interesting because you kind of have it or you don't.
Yeah.
You can develop to a certain extent, but you're either, it's your gift or you don't get the gift.
That's right. That's a really good way of putting it. Kind of like an elegant gymnast or a figure skater.
You got it. Absolutely. Fakie 5, hard trick right there.
Wilkins is on deck with an 82.33, and Shibata finishes his run.
That trick he ends with right there, that back sugar cane where he puts his truck on the lip, super hard, awesome trick. I love that he ends it with that.
How about the camaraderie right there? Is that the coolest thing in the world?
That's skateboarding, though.
Yep.
You know, for those that aren't super familiar with it, that's how it is.
Yep.
You know, hey, everyone wants to win, but everyone wants to also congratulate their friends when they do well.
Wilkins.
My favorite out there.
Yep.
I'd love to see him put it all together right now.
Well, he's certainly trying. He's getting pumped up, and here we go on the roll-in.
Huge backside 5, starts with that every run. Giant kickflip melon. I call that one a crossbone right there, looking good. Indy 5, skating super solid. Stalefish crossing the ramp, getting to the other side of the channel.
Oh.
And what happened right there, I have no idea.
Wow.
No idea.
Well, he gave it his all. Jimmy Wilkins will finish up with an 82.33, and we go right into Nolan Monroe.
I want to see a lot more of Jimmy Wilkins in the future.
Yeah, no doubt.
I do, yeah.
And it's, you know, it's pretty much if you can get the sponsorship to get him to one contest to the next.
Yeah, it's tough for the vert guys. You know, a lot of their careers are based on skating these contests. It's tough for them to get sponsors to send them around, you know? It just really is.
But there's a guy like, you know, Chris Miller, Tony Hawk, that did okay.
You got it. You got it.
You know,
you got it.
They changed the face of their era of skateboarding.
Yes,
you know?
they did.
Pierre-Luc Gagnon, one of those guys. You know, I can't believe he's already 33 years old. Just mind-boggling.
And Pierre has hooked up Prober, some of the best sponsors in the game.
Yeah, he does it right.
Yeah, he earns it though.
Yeah, he does.
Starting out with that 360 flip, mute grab fakie.
Current leader.
And the switch heel frontside 360 into the back 5. And that's, I mean, back-to-back like that, kickflip mute, 4 tricks, super, super hard in a row to start out with.
And remember, you know, we talked about it. He might not even skated in this contest because his knee kept locking up.
Yeah, that's right. I know. He's looking at it, he's going, what did I just do right there with that backside area? He's like, what am I doing? Yeah.
Oh, it falls at the end.
He was going for that 270 to switch feeble. Didn't put it together. Current leader, remaining the leader. And I don't know if anyone's going to beat his score.
I was just going to ask you that. Can that 88.67 hold on?
It's going to be Andy's best day in the world. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe, but I think he's the only one with a chance.
And Andy has an 87.67. Gomes is in the pipe right now.
Kicking a foot off on the tail grab.
Again, as Ryan and I talked about it, it's the best overall run of the day. Doesn't matter where it comes.
That's right. Best out of 5. That frontside feeble over the bell right there was really sick. Heel flip, alley-oop frontside air. Ronnie's skating super good, putting together a great run. Kick up Indy fakie.
He was really stoked after his last run.
Oh.
He'll be stoked after this one, too.
Very, very sick. Switch heel flip, frontside grab. He's hyped.
Yeah, just underneath the horn.
That run's going to be a little better than his last one. Just a little bit better. I think maybe an 86, 85 and a half, somewhere around there.
So we'll keep an eye on that as Marcelo Bastos gets ready to go from Brazil. And Marcelo, another guy that's had a good run here in Shanghai.
When you put a run together like Ronnie just did, he did his best. He's got to be psyched.
Yeah. So here we are at the Kia World Extreme Games in 88.
Whoa.
He is in second place right now.
Good for Ronnie.
That really changed things up.
Wow.
Pierre-Luc is in first. Ronnie is in second. Andy Mack is in third.
Now, Marcelo just threw a different trick into his run. Kickflip lean melon about 4 tricks ago. He's definitely going for it. Oh, board didn't flip. He went for the nollie heel flip, Indy 360. Board didn't flip. Tried to catch it anyway and land on it. Didn't happen for him.
How about that? We're coming down to the last few skaters. 3 skaters left, Penarubia, Mayer, and McDonald.
But Marcelo knew exactly what he had to do right there to make it happen. It's nice to see that. He's going for it.
He certainly did. He's 71. And so Penarubia with a 75.67, his high of the day. But we're coming down to Danny Mayer and Andy McDonald. This contest is still up in the air as Pierre-Luc is looking on in first place, actually in second place, and first place, Ronald Gomes in second. So those 2 guys looking on, hoping that things don't change too much.
That's right. And Andy wants it to change quite a bit. Italo can definitely improve on a 75.67. I don't think he can possibly take it, though. Well, there you go.
Yeah, not happy at the end.
Yeah.
And that frustration builds. You know, you've done a trick, you've done it 1,000 times. And
that's what happens.
It's just sometimes hard to put it down.
You got it. You got it.
You're up there skating for a couple hours in practice, and then up there in the competition, you get a little tired too.
Yeah, and that's the mental game of skateboarding right there. Because you know you can physically do it, but then your mind's not always in the game.
Danny Mayer, 82.67.
Skating pretty good today.
Yeah, he has. 2 skaters left. Pierre-Luc, far left on your screen with the graphic, 88.67.
Yeah, Danny qualified second. He's got that every single time. Kickflip alley-oop mute over the channel, right into the 540. Whoa, going for the kickflip McTwist.
Yeah.
Didn't quite happen.
Not happy about it, Danny Mayer. He will wrap it up with an 82.67. Frustrated for sure. So we go down to our final skater of the competition and a guy that could win the competition, Andy McDonald. He has an 87.67, currently in 3rd spot.
You know what the frustration with Danny is? He knows he could have improved. He knows he could have done better. That's the difference between Ronnie's run, Ronnie Gomes, when he popped out, he was psyched. He's like, I did it. I did my best. You know, where Danny knows he could have done a little better right there.
Here we go, down to the last 30 seconds at the Kia World Extreme Games here on the vert ramp. Andy McDonald, last year's champion here in Shanghai. Can he do it again?
Oh, dependable. Kickflip, backside 540. Smith grind over the bell right there.
Oh!
What just happened?
Andy McDonald does not make those kind of mistakes.
No.
Wow.
Look at that. Andy ended up in 3rd. Couldn't get back up into 2nd.
That's pretty amazing. So Ronald Gomes gets in 2nd place.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised with that, Paul, to be honest with you. You know, the judges were feeling it. He had an array of tricks. He did different things. They probably haven't seen a couple of things before that he did. Got him psyched, got a high score. That's how it works.
There how it breaks down. Skateboard vert medalist Pierre-Luc Gagnon from Canada wins it. Ronald Gomes from Brazil in 2nd place, and Andy McDonald from USA in 3rd. So Pierre said that he wanted to come out and skate well, even though he had a sore knee, and he does. So Andy Mack, Pierre, talking about their runs, and Brian, lasting thoughts about what you just saw on the vert ramp.
Ripping, you know, you went to see a Canadian win the street, Canadian win the vert. They took a little sweep right there. And it's just, you know Pierre can win. So when he does, I can't say I'm too surprised. But seeing Ronnie in 2nd, that's awesome. So pretty amazing. The World Extreme Games here comes to an end. For Ryan Clemens, Zach Yankush, I'm Paul Higgins. Thank you so much for watching the World Extreme Games here in Shanghai, China.